Welcome to Fashion, Faith, and Flair, and today's fashion message is great style at any age. Do not get in the mindset of, I need to dress my age. Don't do it. I'm going to give you 8 ways to evolve your style so that you don't put an age limit on how you can dress. Now, it got me to thinking of a conversation recently that I had with one of my sisters, and she asked a rhetorical question. She said, when did we just stop caring about how we dress and our style? And I thought back to my own style journey, and that definitely was when I was over 300 pounds. My style was the same clothing every day. There was no variety. It was the same thing. And I decided to go ahead and record this video here in my kitchen because I wanted you to see on back here on my baker's rack all of the cooking books that I had when I was deep into the dieting and trying to eat healthy and cooking and total obsession in that. But it's a reminder for me to know, when did that style rut start? And so how I came out of it was when I did go into recovery for my issues surrounding food. I had an opportunity to dress like one of my colleagues and decided to go to a thrift store to get an outfit so that I could wear the clothes that she did. But that's where my style journey started to change. But let me go ahead and go over these 8 ways, and you'll understand why I told you that part of the story at that point. So the first one is create a theme for your total look. Have harmony and balance. Now, that first style tip is exactly what I was not doing. My theme was the same thing. Let me wear oversized clothes. Let me wear a Henley every single day of the week. Let me wear the same type of pants. Let me wear the same shoes for years on end. Just get new ones of the same shoes. And when I went into the store, it showed me that, oh wow, thrift stores, this store is nice. It merchandises the clothes by color, by size, and I'm actually releasing weight right now, so I can really get creative and start developing a unique style. And that started my transformation, was at that point. And I was still obese, so it wasn't that, well, you can't find any clothes to fit you. No, it was an excuse. But that aside, creating a theme really helps you to evolve in your style. And it may be variations of the same theme, but it's something where you're not in a rut. So the next one is strike a balance. And that means don't dress dowdy. And we have a tendency to dress more dowdy the older we get. And I'm telling you, don't do it. You don't have to do that. And you don't have to let society set you up to do that. Don't do it. There's no reason to do that. So the other one is rethink the club attire. And I have a quick story about that. My mother always was very stylish. She kept stylish. She had a stylish haircut. She always wore her makeup. Her clothes did not get stuck in a rut. And back in the 90s, my oldest sister and I used to spend a lot of time with my mother. She would come to Dayton with my sister to visit me on a weekend, and we would do various activities like go to lunch, we go to movies, we go to the theater. And so I came up with the idea of, why don't we go dancing? Because Carol and I love to dance. And so we thought we'd take our mother to a club, and she was always so willing to do whatever we wanted to do. She was game to do it. So she comes to this club with us, and she's wearing her stirrup pants. For those of you who don't know what stirrup pants are, they're knit pants that have the stirrups underneath the bottom of your foot. And she had on a nice long sweater, and she was wearing all her gold jewelry. Matter of fact, she was wearing this necklace that I'm wearing today. And she looked really nice. And so we get into the club, and the server comes over, and Carol and I order a soft drink. And my mother goes, I'll have a Tom Collins. I'm like, what? How do you know what a Tom Collins is? And, well, yeah, your father and I used to go to clubs when we were first married. And we're like, oh my gosh, you learn these things all these years later. And so anyway, so we all go out. My mother's dancing. We're all dancing together to a fast song. And there was this recently widowed man by the name of Charlie. And he started taking interest in my mother. I mean, he was trying to dress kind of close to, or dress, he was trying to dance close to my mother. And I kept standing in front of him going, no, what are you doing? You know, this is our mother. She's a happily married woman. So, it was all harmless. Charlie was harmless. But anyway, we get outside. And my mother, had a really good time. And she goes, when are we going to go do this again? She goes, I would love to do it. She goes, I can wear my stirrup pants. And I'm like, oh my God, I've created a monster. What am I doing here? So after the outing, my sister and I were laughing, and we thought, you know what? Let's play a trick on our dad. Let's play a joke on him. So you have to understand, Charlie was a very nice man. He was not my mother's type physically. He reminded us of Les Nessman from WKRP in Cincinnati, the sitcom from the 70s and 80s. And he had these wire-rimmed glasses on. And so Carol came up with the idea, we should act like he's Clark Gable from Gone with the Wind, which was he was a famous, handsome actor in the 30s and 40s during our parents' heyday. And so we're on the telephone with our mother and father, and so we start telling our dad about how we had so much fun, and we're telling him the whole story, and then we embellish it because we tell him, now, Dad, I said, there was a man, Charlie, he was a recent widower, and he was getting too close to Mom, and I kept standing in front of him. And Carol goes, yeah, the Clark Gable type. And so it didn't take my dad long enough to, next weekend, he took my mother out to dinner, which he hadn't done that in a long time. So that's just a side note. But the point of that story is my mother, wore appropriate clothing, and she never let her age make her think that she needed to dress dowdy. And she was a grandmother too. And she was older when my sister had her children. So she never let that stop her style. So the next thing you want to do is sweatpants for every day look outside of the gym. I'm just going to say, really? Really? When you see someone in sweatpants and they're not working out, that's saying, I really have given up. You don't want to do that. Try to find something different to wear. Now, I do wear leggings a lot, but now with the way they're blinged out, there's different colors. I like to do that because I think they're fun and they're comfortable. But you would not catch me wearing sweatpants. I'm no longer a college kid, and it just basically says to the world, I really don't care. Let me just throw something on. So don't do that. The fourth one is, it's okay to wear all types of shoes. It's okay. Even heels. I don't know why we think we get to an age and we think, oh, I can't do heels anymore. Maybe you can't. Maybe physically you can't wear them. But if you're able to wear them and you want to wear them, wear them. So I can't tell you how many times people have come up to me, how do you wear those shoes? I mean, it's basically them throwing shade on the fact that I'm wearing the shoes. And I just say, I love it. I have no problem. I'm sorry you can't wear them. I don't care. Wear what's comfortable. If you want to wear flats, you can find cute flat shoes. Now, my mother had, I think it was like size 12 feet, and they were AAA, so they were very narrow. So she had limited choices that she could find shoes that fit. Well, nowadays they can make custom shoes. You can find shoes everywhere. There's no reason why you can use your foot size as a reason not to dress in different types of shoes. But again, that's an individual choice. So it's okay if you want to wear heels. It's okay. It's okay if you don't want to wear heels. The next one is look at style icons and at yourself. It can give you good ideas, but don't look at it like you want to look exactly like them. I mean, the style might resonate with your personality type and how you choose to dress. Just don't try to look like them. And I got another story. I mean, when I was in my early 30s, the movie Pretty Woman came out. For those of you who don't know that movie, it was Julia Roberts' breakout movie. And she had very permed hair. She had that auburn hair color. It was just gorgeous. And I get it in my mind, well, she's so pretty. I would love to have that type of hair. I'm going to get a perm. And so I didn't change my hair color. It looked horrible. I mean, I was over 200 pounds at that point. I did not look like Julia Roberts. And so it taught me a lesson. First of all, it took me a long time to have that perm grow out because I had longer hair. Secondly, it made me realize, you know what? I'm not here to look like someone else. We are all beautifully and wonderfully made, and we're all individuals. And so while you can get some great style tips on someone, don't try to look just like them. Be yourself. So another one is, it doesn't have to break the bank. Like I said before, you can go to thrift stores, you can go to liquidation stores. There are plenty of online bargains. So just because someone spends a lot of money on their clothes doesn't mean they have style, and vice versa. It's all in how you put it together. And so just keep that in mind when you start to give yourself the old, I don't have any money and I can't afford this. That's not true. There are so many ways where you can afford things. So, and to look at it, to find inexpensive items, or even trading clothes with your friends, having a party, have a closet party where everyone brings different clothes and you do a trade. Be careful who you want to look like. And I say that in that maybe their style doesn't fit your lifestyle. I mean, obviously people are not going to be wearing heels if they're in a job that perhaps it's a business professional job, and it's not professional to, how many times can I say professional? It's not appropriate to wear the high heels. It's maybe business casual. And you might be looking at one of the people that you admire their style, but really your lifestyle is not the same as that person. So you might want to take that into account. Now, the last way for you to evolve your style is accessorize, and accessorize. And I can't emphasize that more than anything. Now, I'm just going to give you an idea today. I know that I'm once again wearing black, and I've told you before that I'm trying to get away from black. Right now, I'm revisiting my wardrobe, so I'm not buying anything, and I'm not really getting out a lot. So I'm trying to use what I have, but as you notice, what I'm wearing today, I may have black on here, but you notice my wearable art hat, I made this, one of my ageless style hats. You notice there's gold, and it's white and black, and of course it's blinged out because I like the bling. Well, what I've done to kind of incorporate a theme to it is I wanted to pull out the gold. So I'm wearing earrings that actually my sister gave me these earrings years ago, and so I pulled those out. I find myself gravitating towards the same jewelry, and so I'm trying to pull out different jewelry that I never wear. I'm trying, and my jewelry's organized now. I have an armoire, and I've got it all in one spot. And so I'm wearing the necklace, as I said before, that was my mother's. And so I pulled out some of the, the fine jewelry to go with this costume jewelry. And, just to create just a little bit of look. Yes, I may be in my standard black, but I have some accessories to kind of say, you know what, this is a fun look. And by the way, the theme of the look is fun. I wanted to have a little fun, and the hat kind of takes it there. So just remember, accessories, again, make or break your outfit. And I've told you that before. And when in doubt, don't do it. So I hope I've given you some ways to help you evolve in your style. Just remember, it's a one day at a time thing. It doesn't have to be drastic. It could be small changes. And so it's just being willing to care again. At least for me, it was willing to care and to know that it doesn't matter if I'm getting older, I can still look good. And it doesn't mean I have to look dowdy. And it doesn't mean I have to look like I did in my 20s, because that's what evolution's all about. It's changing. So I hope that this I hope that this video was a blessing for you. If it is, if you would like that, I would appreciate it. And if you want to subscribe, I am publishing twice a week, and I would appreciate if you just hit that notification button as well. And I hope that you all have a great, fabulous, fashionable day.